I just found out about a business executive, yeah, this guy, who writes 12,000 thank you cards every single year. Yeah, you heard me right, 12,000 cards. That's insane. So how can you write 12,000 cards a year? Here, let's break down the numbers. All right, you carry the 1, you divide that by the square root of 9, you get the 3, carry the 2, multiply it times that, you get the coefficient of 4. He writes 231 thank you cards if he writes 12,000 cards a year. That's like actually 33 cards per day, which leaves us in a predicament. That takes a really long time. So there you go. That's how you write 12,000 cards. You write 33 a day. It must take forever. You know, maybe we should try to find out how long it would actually take to write 33 handwritten, I don't know, thank you notes. Because maybe there's a better way if we really want to scale camaraderie. Let's do this. Let's do an experiment. All right, well, I have a list here on a spreadsheet, and I have 33 thank you cards to write. So I guess start the timer. Let's see how long this takes. Now, while I'm working on this experiment, let me introduce you to Sheldon Yellen. Sheldon Yellen is the CEO of Balfour Holdings. It's a disaster recovery company, and he writes 9,200 birthday cards every single year. Then you tack on another 2,800 congratulations and get well cards and, you know, just cards for being great. Thank you cards, let's call them. And that's where you get 12,000 thank you cards. Now, his leadership style must be working because Balfour Holdings is a $1.5 billion a year company. Now, here's how Sheldon manages it. You see, he flies about 3 times a week, and his staff keeps his private jet stocked full of thank you cards and envelopes so that he can write for about 2 hours at a time on every single flight and get those 33 thank you cards done every single day for a total of 12,000. Pretty impressive, right? That's gotta hurt your hand. But if Sheldon is such a successful CEO, why doesn't he save some time and automate it? Okay, all right, let me admit something to you. When I first thought about automating this thank you note process, I thought it was completely crazy. Because the whole point of writing a handwritten thank you note is to build trust and respect. It's to build camaraderie. Handwriting is powerful. I just think about the feeling you get when you see the framers of the Constitution's signatures at the bottom of that document. Or what about the handwritten letters by Martin Luther King from the Birmingham jail? You know, you get a deep personal connection to the person who penned every single letter on that piece of paper. And automating the process feels a little bit like, well, cheating. So let's get the final tally. Drew, how's it going up there?
I don't know, it took something like 2.5 hours or something. I don't know, I'll do the math.
That's actually 2 hours and 3 minutes exactly. That is 3 minutes and 54 seconds per card.
I still have to address all those envelopes.
Yes, you still have to finish writing all the addresses. So it's more than 3 minutes and 54 seconds, but let's run with that. So if I were Sheldon and I wrote 12,000 cards at about 4 minutes per card, that would be about, 4 minutes times the coefficient of x divided by pi squared. Find the asymptote of that, plus 3. All right, that means it would take about 800 hours or about 100 business days for Sheldon to write 12,000 thank you cards. That is crazy. The key to doing this well in any business is to scale camaraderie, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But first, if you're a current client of mine or even a former client of mine who's received a beautifully hand-scripted thank you note from me, would you go watch another video right now? You could watch a cat video, or you could watch a fail video, or you could watch this other video I did about scaling camaraderie, because right now I'm going to pull back the curtain, and I'm a little afraid to do that for you, my clients.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, so here's my confession. I automate my handwritten thank you card.
Why, you son of a...
Yep, for a while now, I've been using a service called handwritten, combined with Active Campaign, which is my CRM, and Zapier, all meshed together to automate the process of sending out thank you cards. Now, what handwritten does is they use robots to write the cards that look very real with real pens and send them out. They automatically address the labels and they send them out to my clients, my family, my friends. No one knows I do this, but well, now they do. But it's pretty amazing. So, how long does it take me to write the automated version of a handwritten card? Well, let's check it out. All I have to do is write out my message, and if the recipient's mailing address is already in there, I just click send. Yep, yeah, that's it. And that took me about 1 minute and 17 seconds. And look how good that card looks. Yeah, that's all it takes, 1 minute and 17 seconds. That is 66% faster than handwriting every single card. And I don't even have to address the envelopes, which is the worst part of writing a card. The truth is, great marketing is about being different, and getting a card is rare these days. Getting a handwritten card is even more rare. Consider this. In 2019, the U.S. Postal Service reported that the average American household only gets one personal correspondence every 10 weeks. In 2011, it was one personal correspondence every 7 weeks, and in 1987, it was one personal correspondence every 2 weeks. Yeah, no one's getting personal letters. Personal letters today stand out. So back to the real question I was trying to answer today. How much time does actually automating the process of sending thank you notes actually save? Well, it would save Sheldon Yellen an average of 528 hours, which is about 66 days every single year. I think that's worth it. And scaling camaraderie is a great way to build trust and respect with your clients. And sending physical mail is one of the best ways to do it. And most importantly, you don't have to address the envelopes, which is such a pain. Just don't send your beautiful handwritten letters to, your close family or friends. Sorry, Mom. All right, well, I guess the other Drew's got to write those envelopes out. All right, bye. Have a good one. I'll see you next week in my loyalty loop.